everybody. God bless you. Welcome to another segment of live stream from Recover Ministries. Thank you for tuning in. For all of you that are just tuning in, I'm just starting this subject that the Lord gave me about 3 o'clock in the morning. And that subject is when love waxes cold. And it's unimaginable that this will be a subject he would be introducing, considering all of the things that are going on in this country and around the world. And yet this is what he wants to talk about. You would think somebody is suffering from a bad category storm, they don't want to hear love. They want to receive love in action, but not necessarily the subject matter. In other words, they're looking for you to be the one diminished, giving the love because they're diminished at this time. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. And love is one of those things that people don't always grasp. Turn the light off. I can't deal with it. I'm in the light. I'm walking in the light, but I can't deal with that one. But listen to me. Listen to me. Don't interrupt God when he's talking. And what Satan will have you to do is to develop an obnoxious attitude early in life, anticipating the day when the Lord will say something to you, and for the first time you get it, that this is God's voice to me. But because you've been pre-programmed early in life, you start running your jobs. And now you can't hear. It's hard to hear people talk when you're talking. And so your mind may not be able to process. You got to understand, you've been starving for God to talk for many years. And now he chose to talk, and you chose to talk at the same time. Wow. This is not a competition thing. Are you with me?
Yes.
When love waxes cold. And I thought about that, and I said, wow. To myself. That's the next truth I want to tell you. I'm teaching to you right now. There are some things you don't have to say. He would have already known what you were going to say before you say it. He says, I know your thoughts are far off. Long before you got that thought, I listened to it. And therefore, I know what you're going to respond. How you're going to respond. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Don't let yourself get distracted now. Don't doze off. You need this. Going into 2025 and saying no more to 24, you can't expect to get something different in 2025 if you keep doing what you did in 2024. In fact, to do the same thing is to suggest that nothing new is expected of you. I'm expecting God to do something fresh and new. And some of us have had some pretty bad moments. But I also want to point out that your adversary is busy in the earth realm, even if you don't know he is. I'll give you a case in point. I was shocked this morning when I turned on the news. My habit in the morning is to get up and turn the news on and see what's going to happen while I went to sleep. Right. And I was surprised to learn that they were talking about the diminishing of the church in America and around the world, but they focused primarily on America. And it said the churches in America is closing at an alarming rate. Keeps up playing in there so I can hear too. And it's closing. They said we've lost 32+% of churches that have already closed. And they say it is fastly trending. Now think about my subject. When love waxes cold. Think about it. Think about it. It's like that in marriage, you know. You're busy, excited, happy. You got plans, goals, and everything. And then the day comes when you have to ask, where did it all go? Where did the love go? Where did the passion go? Where did the vision go? Where did the goals go? We keep having perpetual failure in marriages and relationships because married people are not giving away the secrets to longevity.
Right.
Now, I said longevity. I didn't say, well, I'm not talking about folk who's been in it a long time but are miserable. If you just want to get scores and points for years, you probably can get you can get up there. But I'm talking about happiness. I'm talking about fulfillment. I'm talking about looking at a person that you said, I will and I do too. And years later, you still feel the same way. So, well, people change. Yes, they do. But the change don't happen overnight. The seed for that change happened early in the relationship. And oftentimes before the relationship. And nobody wants to talk to us about it. When you're on a boat and tell you go out in the ocean and have sex and eat dinner, it's not going to fix it. It's not going to fix it. Hello? Yeah, you're right. You need something more than that. Okay? Now, when Jesus came and introduced the subject of love, it was about sacrificial giving.
Amen.
It was about doing what the average would not do. Wow. A lot of us would say that, hey, you know, I got to grow into that. I'm just not there yet. But you're wrong. You're wrong. Long before you saw the significant other that you wanted to spend the rest of your days with, if you have accepted Christ, the deposit and the power of love was already put in you. Romans chapter 5 and verse 5. The love of Christ has been shed abroad in our heart by the Holy Ghost. Isn't that something? It was sitting there waiting on you. Waiting on the day that you discovered that God made a deposit. Oh, yes, he didn't tell you, did he? Right, he didn't inform you. Instead, it's waiting there for your discovery.